We're back and we have good news. So we haven't uploaded a video in a while, and that's thanks to Morgan being a terrible salesman.
No. It was hard to sell, I gotta say.
Well, Morgan, take us through selling the Swift.
Okay, well, yeah. We thought it was going to be a breeze to sell. We've sold a Swift previously, and that was the easiest car we've sold before. Sold super quickly, and we made really good profit on it.
It was a Swift from 2000 and whatever that cost us like $3,000.
Yep. So it was an older one. We got our hands on this one. I'll link the video up. I think we got it at the auctions, did we?
Yes.
Yeah, got it at the auctions.
That long you've forgotten.
It's been a while. And yeah, so the one we got is a manual.
The one we had previously was a manual.
Was also manual. But because this one is practically new, I think it didn't sell for a while because it was manual.
Or because Morgan sucks at selling cars.
No, so I uploaded it and it'd been like at least a week, I think, before I even got the first message, which is weird. I don't think I've ever experienced that before. And then over the next like 3 weeks, I maybe got like 3 messages. And most of them, I think 2 of them were, didn't go anywhere. Had one of them, they actually looked at the car and decided they had other cars to look at, so they went away, and I think they ended up buying one of the other cars because they didn't buy our one.
I think, just to interject, I think one of the big things that is becoming more apparent is not only, yes, manual cars for a first car, almost all people are going automatic. I think it's like less than 1% or something very small of new cars today are actually manual. But I think it's also a sign of the value of cars.
Yeah.
Because when we bought the car, dealerships had theirs listed for about 2021.
Yeah.
And so we hit it at what, 19 initially? So you're a couple of grand cheaper than your dealership, so you can get a little bit of a bargain. And it still had its Suzuki factory warranty because it was only like 3 years old with 30,000 Ks. But yeah, that wasn't the case. So just probably another thing going against us. So Morgan, you ended up selling it.
Yep, ended up selling it.
Actually, we should tell you all the other figures before we jump into how much we sold it for.
Okay. I just want to also, while you look up that.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
My thought is, I think, you kind of touched on before, is brand new cars, especially the Swift, is mainly, I guess, targeted to your younger kind of person. A lot of them aren't looking at a manual. And the only reason I think that we sold our one to the people that bought it was because there was a husband and wife were buying a car for their daughter, and they were adamant that she should learn in a manual.
Yeah.
And that was a perfect car for her.
Enthusiast way of thinking.
Yep.
So we ended up buying we lost the Swift initially. We
Yes.
had our maximum, we stuck to our maximum, and unfortunately someone outbid us. We then got a call the following day from the auction saying, hey, the guy that actually won it, because it didn't meet its reserve by a couple of $100, ended up bidding on another car and ended up winning that. So he's not in a position to buy both cars. Do you want the car? And we said yes, but it has to be what we last bidded at because that was our maximum. And I think that was probably a good thing to do because we did actually, I think we saved we made $200 more by buying it for $200 less.
Yeah.
If you don't get it.
Because I think the guy who was organizing the sale, I guess, after the fact,
was a little annoyed at us.
Was a little annoyed. He's like, it's only a couple $100. Are you serious? And we're like, yes.
Yes, we're serious.
Every dollar counts.
Yeah, little did he know what we were doing.
Yeah.
So we ended up buying the Suzuki Swift for $12,972 with all the auction fees added up. We then had to get the car back to our premises, and unfortunately Morgan was using the car trailer for steel.
Yep, and
So Morgan cost us $73.42 for an unregistered vehicle permit. Thank you, Morgan.
You're welcome.
So we got the car home, checked it out. It was sweet, no problems at all. We then had to roadworthy it, so we had to get the roadworthy for obviously registering the vehicle, and then we had to get a second roadworthy to sell the vehicle. So those were $100 each, so $200 in roadworthies. The registration was $794.28, bringing the grand total to $14,039.70. Now, a bit about the car. It was a 2019 Suzuki Swift GL Navigator. I think it's the bog standard one. It had 30-odd thousand Ks on it. It was in very good nick. We did actually find out, because there was actually a dealer interested at one point in buying the car, and them going through the service records recognized one of the service entries that was done by a private company, not a Suzuki dealership, and that private company is actually the servicing company for a rental company.
Yes.
So for the people that commented that it was an ex-rental car, you are correct. It was an ex-rental car. Yeah. I don't know why a rental car would get rid of a car after 30,000 kilometers. It seems counter, unless they really hate depreciation. Oh, actually, but you're buying it brand new, depreciates.
Yeah. Could also be they're just trying to get rid of the manual cars. Maybe they're not. I don't know. Why buy it in the first place then?
But manuals are cheaper to buy from the factory. That's why rental companies have them. True. But anyway, so that was the case. For all those people who said that's definitely a rental car because of the no smoking sticker on it, yes, you are correct. So, $14,039. Actually, sorry, there's one more thing I want to say. One thing we didn't catch on film, which I really wanted to catch on film, Morgan's reaction. So I'm the one that drove the car home, and obviously as you do, you set your seat up, you do your aircon settings, make sure your mirrors look all good. And obviously being a new vehicle, I was like, oh, I'll hook my Bluetooth phone up and so I can listen to music on the way home. So I'm scrolling through the radio, trying to sync my phone up, and some of the previous contacts or phones paired to the it was previous calls made. And there was all these different numbers and a few names and stuff here and there, and mail escort service.
Really?
Showed up.
And it's still in. That's
yes. So whoever you are renting and are hiring out a car.
Because it's a rent. Yes.
Why are you also wanting a mail escort service in the car? So, yeah. Did you clean the inside of the car?
No.
That's disgusting. You sold it to a little girl.
The car was very clean. God. I think someone's cleaned it.
That's disgusting.
Another thing I will say as well, you may have noticed, we did mention previously that we were going to service the car. That kind of just didn't happen. We forgot about it. And
when you say you forgot about it because you were selling the car and it was your car.
It's our car.
Whenever I have a car, I do all the stuff. Whenever you have a car, even though I do all the stuff anyway. Anyway, so we're rambling on. We sold the car. Well, actually, sorry, the car cost us $14,039.70. Morgan, how much money didn't we make?
Didn't we make?
No, how much money did we make?
I'm not sure the exact amount, but I sold it for $15,000.
So Morgan's streak of getting the bare minimum of profit for cars continues. So we got $960.30.
Yep.
For about a month of work.
Yep.
I mean, it's profit. Come on, Morgan. But yeah, it is a sign of the times, like as much shit as I give Morgan. Cars are hard to sell right now. A good metric that I've kind of clued onto is when we first started the challenge. Car sales had roughly about 200 to 220,000 cars on car sales at any given time. During COVID, that dropped all the way down to like 100,000. So there was more people buying than there were cars selling. And now, as of this year, that's now back up to 200,000 plus. And I think it's a massive ramp up. So there's all these people obviously having tough times trying to sell their car, and there aren't many people in positions to buy said car.
I think as well, you can also see just by, I haven't been, watching a lot of the car prices that fiercely, but you can see a lot of your, your cars, like your JDM cars that went crazy in price, they're all coming back down again. So
R35 GTRs for 70 or
yeah,
in the 70s. Yeah. I'm noticing it in Porsche world, even though I'm in no position anymore to buy one. But yeah, they're all, except for JDM cars, or at least they're still listing.
Yeah, no, but I think there are some cheap, and I've noticed a few like S13 chassis going through 2-3 grand, rolling chassis, so they're not complete. But still,
at the same time, I bought my first 180 with Rego for $5.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they're always going to increase them, because they're almost like a classic now, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, before I think people listing them. I remember when you bought yours a couple of months after it, someone listed a rolling 180 SX for the exact same price.
Yeah. So I got lucky because I was able to jump in before he listed it on Facebook. But yeah, so that's the good news is that we did make money. We did make $960 odd. Where we go from here, obviously back at the auctions, Gumtree, Facebook, and we are definitely not looking at cars at the top of our budget.
No.
Because just the amount of people that'll be shopping in that range, I don't think is as much as previously.
Yeah, and I think as well with the current climate of all the prices and stuff like that, we got to be quite smart and careful with it. So,
yes. We've got a decent amount of budget. So if we do go for those really cheap cars, we can hopefully, like we said last time when we were buying cars, hammer through a few of them.
Yep.
But thanks heaps for watching. What should we get next? We've only done 2 Swifts, but I think everyone's over Swifts. So let us know what we should get. I know last time we asked that, a few of you mentioned stuff like your Toyota Corollas, Ford Fiestas, like your small kind of starter cars. All good shouts, but Toyota Corollas are not cheap in comparison to their competitors. It's like people know that they're somewhat reliable.
Yep.
Yeah. So thanks heaps for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video where hopefully we make it to the auctions and I don't find something before we do.